Alright everyone, today we're going to be talking about the EOS R6 and the R5 and why I'm kind of confused on which camera I'm going to get after all of the overheating information kind of came out in the recent weeks. So initially I was going with the R6 and I was going to stick with the R6 because I still believe that the R5 is kind of overkill for me right now, and I probably won't have a use for 8K for a really long time, especially 8K RAW. Although it would be awesome to shoot in 8K RAW, it would also be really expensive to be able to start doing that, like buying those $600 CF Express cards and making sure that my computer is like up to date and can handle those files. So, but from what I heard, it sounds like editing 8K RAW is pretty doable in Final Cut Pro. People are starting to run into issues trying to edit using the H.265 codec. So, let me get off my tangent. So yeah, so initially I wanted to get the R6, but after all the information on the overheating came out for both of the cameras, I'm kind of hesitant to go with the R6 now for a couple of reasons. The R6 doesn't have a standard 4K option or a lower quality 4K option, whereas the R5 has the standard 4K on the R5 is basically kind of what you're getting on the Canon EOS R, where the camera will use pixel binning to sort of give you a smaller file size, but in exchange you're kind of getting a hit on the quality of your 4K, so it's not going to be as sharp. And that's why on the R5 you see that they also have a high quality 4K mode on there. But the reason that that's good that that's on the R5 is that if these cameras are going to run into overheating issues, it's better that I can switch to a lower quality 4K mode like on the R5 and keep recording if I'm working on a project. Whereas with the R6, the standard 4K on that camera uses oversampling. So it's going to be a higher quality 4K than the standard 4K on the R5, but you're going to be more likely to run into overheating issues, and you're not going to have a backup lower quality 4K to use if your camera needs to cool down. So that's kind of the big issue that I have with the R6 right now. You know, I was trying to think about like workarounds for that issue, and I will still have my Canon EOS R, so if I needed to switch the camera out because the R6 needed to cool down, I could just use the R and just deal with the crop on the R, which isn't a big deal. I've been doing that for a long time now. It just makes me wonder if it would be smarter to just go with the R5 so my workflow is easier and I have that lower quality 4K to fall back on if I need to. And it seems like with using an external monitor, you are getting an extension on your record times regardless of whether you're using the R5 or the R6. So let me know what you guys are thinking about doing, and if you've thought about these factors at all. So I'd be curious to see what you guys think. Again, I like the R6 in that, you know, it has pretty much everything that I would be using anyways. Like I think the R5 is overkill for me right now. I don't need the 8K RAW. I really don't need 4K 120. They're sort of just nice things to have, but I don't really see myself using them that much. Also with the R6, I plan on using it with the Atomos Ninja 5. So I would be working around those IPB files and recording in ProRes anyways. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it seems like the R5 might be a smarter purchase right now. Realistically, if I had a Canon camera, a Canon mirrorless camera with 2 card slots right now, I probably wouldn't be thinking about getting a new Canon camera, just because I'd rather wait until they worked out all of the overheating issues. But for my professional photography work, I really kind of rely on that redundant backup just so I'm not freaking out during the photo shoot. So I really I need the camera with 2 card slots. So there is the image.canon website where you can automatically send your pictures to the website for backup, but that website's been down for almost a week now, I think. That kind of makes me hesitant to rely on that system of redundancy for pictures. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, whether you're thinking about going with the R6 or the R5, or if you're just completely like, screw Canon, I'm gonna switch to Sony, or switch back to Sony, because I know people switch camera systems a lot. I am not going to switch to Sony because it definitely seems to happen with every Sony camera. There's just a lot of hype around it, and I mean, I think that with the A7S III, it's warranted because that camera looks amazing, really does. But I'm not gonna sell my RF class just because Sony came out with an awesome camera this year. You know, the competition is there, and if Canon wants to stay in the game, they'll definitely have to kind of step it up next year, or fix the overheating issues in some way. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think, and like and subscribe to help my channel grow, and let me know if there's any content that you want me to cover. All right, thanks.